So a quick as I can recap. The party went down into the deep, well below the ancient dwarven city of Caldarul, past the Storm Forge estate, well below all of that. And Caelynn met her ghost dad, which sort of guided her down there. She had some convos with him, like, "What's up, Pops?" Just to summarize.
This station closed down years ago.
Wait, am I hearing something else? Is that...
Yeah, I'm hearing it too.
Oh, okay. Something might have gone through someone's... Anyway. Oh my gosh. So this giant 50-foot skull told Caelynn, "Hey, guess what? If you want to make this forge work, then you need to go get the flame to the Wraithstar Forge. But you've got to prove you're worthy." Which she did, and the party did, by destroying that crazy... what was it called? I don't know. Really big demon person.
Baloth?
Yes, I think so. Balor, the party demon. The birthday party demon, more specifically, as Eckert identified him as. That's awesome. Very difficult battle in close quarters. Party was amazing. And then they escaped the collapsing ruins left after the battle. Caelynn curved around the corner, went over to that area, the other path. It had a light blue hue to it, and a large circular platform, a raised circular platform with some old statues on it. Not only did a forge raise out of the center of that, but a 100 and change foot creature stone shifted, stone glided out of the cave wall, and said something ominous. And here we are. So I'm just going to jump right into that. Brewer's there, Caelynn's there. I think everyone else is following up, or were you all hanging back for the time being?
I think we were all mostly back, trailing behind Caelynn a ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, just FYI, whoever was on the carpet, so that would have been Mort, Emil, Rain, and...
was Blueberry within range of that, or did she? She was
on
right
the
next.
Blueberry was on the carpet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Blueberry, and then...
I was right next to the carpet.
Okay. And then Erwin, 12 points healing.
Yay.
Nice. Okay. Yes, Rain was performing a prayer of healing as during the escape, just to get some folks back up to a safe health. Oh, thank you, Danny Phantom. Yeah, I'm going to sneak through here and see if I can't get those sorted. Thank you. Left middle is Emil. Right middle. Caelynn, bottom left. Aaron, and we don't have bottom right yet, but when we do, it'll be M. Okay. Except I've got the wrong fantasy grounds selected, and that'll give away all my secrets. So, there we go. Alright, that fixed it. Looks good-ish, I think. Alright, yes. Excellent. Whew. Alright, so, yes, this massive creature has pulled out of the wall. And I think it asked if you are the new owner, the new person that controls the forge, Caelynn. Does that sound right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
This thing kind of looks like a ancient Mayan statue. It has a very, like not a stovepipe hat, but it has sort of that shape, cylindrical shape that kind of bows concave as it rises up off of its head. It has 4 arms that stretch out, 2 at the shoulder, 2 just below, and It shows down to roughly its knees or so, just above its knees, as you can see from the floor to the ceiling here. That section fits in.
How tall is it again?
Probably 120, 130 feet. It takes up most of this wall here.
Okay.
From the knee to the top of the head.
Okay.
Kind of a flat nose, mostly humanoid eyes, but everything's made out of stone. It's just different shades of stone. You can see the striations carry through, like it's pushed out of the stone, but still made of the wall, and not something of its own.
Gotcha. Okay.
Are you to be the new owner of the forge?
So it seems. And you are?
I have no name. I am a shadow of the forge, and all things forged upon it.
Are you a guardian of the forge?
Less a guardian and more a part of. I'm tied to it. All things leave behind a small part of themselves. Over time, those memories, and the weapons, the things crafted here on this forge, the heart and soul poured into crafting them, they created me.
What can you tell me about the forge? What should I know?
It shifts loudly and pulls out a little further. It's been like halfway out. It's like 2/3 out now. What?
Caelynn backs up a step or two.
Nice. And its eyes are sort of peering down at you. Its head cocked down a little bit. As anyone else that's been following will slowly start to catch up. We'll be arriving about now. What do you wish to know?
What do you think that I should know? I fully intend to protect this forge. Maybe even use it one day, but I definitely, this is something that was important to my family. And I plan to protect it in honor of my parents.
I have long awaited one such as you to reach the forge, for it to be used once again.
I will honor it as much as I can.
Brewer,
But I have
okay.
to. I'm sorry.
No,
I was going
it's
to. But I have to know the dangers that lie within it, so that I can understand how to protect it.
Dangerous. You see it sort of go off into thought. Brewer steps forward as he rolled poorly. He was going to hold his tongue, but he steps forward. Is anxious for the first time. I think that you would have seen Brewer anxious in just about anything, except maybe on the boat. I would know who I am. Was I forged here?
Caelynn will step closer to Brewer, kind of as comfort.
The form breaks mostly free of the stone and leans down on that one knee. A leg comes up out of the wall behind it as it leans down to get closer. The head of this creature sort of looming, over the space of the circular platform that you're on by another 5 15, 20 feet. It's just a really, huge head on this creature. Ah, young Fenhold. Pulls back. My thoughts, my recollections are fuzzy. Before the forge was abandoned, I came to true consciousness only after, and have simply waited here for someone to return. But yes, I recall you. You were forged here. Brewer just seems to be processing that information.
You called him Finhold.
Yes. When last we met, he went by Finhold. Though many Warforged seek their names, that was his first. Do you plan on resuming Warforged production?
Well, production. I don't plan to make an army of Warforged, if that's what you're asking me.
I understand. Back during the Great War, many were forged here. Many souls.
I've read a little about it. Why did it stop?
Kind of slides its head to the side. Perhaps this will shed some light. And up from the stone, pushes this stone chest up on just a gliding block of stone that approaches the top of the area you're on and sets down and opens up on its own. And inside are a few journals and some other scrolls and notes.
Are these who were these written by?
Those that saw to the forge during the Great War.
Thank you for sharing these with me. Do you have any sense, being as powerful as you are, do you have any sense of who might be, who I need to protect the forge from, or who I need to keep away from the forge?
The forge is but a tool. I do not know the answer to this. It is capable of crafting fine weaponry, warforged, armor, but it holds no inherent good or evil. I suppose one that would seek to do damage could use it for that purpose.
Understood. Well, I will try to protect you as with what I can. You can trust me on that.
Brewer takes a step forward. As you are talking to this creature, and this treasure trove of information is before you. I correct me if I'm wrong. I imagine you're talking to this, but I picture a Caelynn eye like giving a brief
sure.
like a scan over the things.
Sure.
You see a term written down here, tapped Enram.
What was it again, Dan?
Tapped Enram, which means like a direct translation is lost, huge, like a huge loss. That seems to be referenced a number of times in a couple of the passages that are just open and available for your eyes to scan. Brewer steps forward, and I do not recall anything of my life. I was told my purpose, but it never felt true to me. Why can I not remember? If you can make an investigation check, Caelynn, as you're sort of skimming through the material. I'm just gonna roll for Brewer. The creature.
I'm pretty sure that's an 11, but I'll double check.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an 11.
You can do it with advantage too if you want, because you are a sage, and Brewer has his thing's attention for a minute.
Well, it's a 14.
Oh, okay, neat.
Well, it's better than 11.
At the base of this large platform, is stairs, rugged old stairs that sort of stone steps that have been eaten away by time. A carpet arrives at the bottom of them, and anyone that's been walking, flying, or running out here would arrive towards the base. Okay, so the creature says in reply to Brewer, "That is the way of Warforged. Once crafted, your previous life is gone." Venhold. Caelynn, as you're skimming through this whole fapt, oops, I scrolled too far. Fapt Enram, I think it was. Yeah, okay, tapped Enram. References these 14. Okay, that's a little better. So you would see that it discusses the Great War. It's all in context of the Great War and the need to produce these Warforged. They talk about requiring volunteers in this process. And tapped Enram is what the citizens have called people that have gone missing. A huge swath of people from the city had gone missing towards the end of this great war that they were fighting. People that live on the streets, prisoners. Tapped Enram.
Noticing that, Caelynn will look back up to the statue. Besides the arcane, how are the Warforged born?
By the fire of the sun, you now resides in the forge. The hammer on your back. The forge can create many magical items. Great quality. Warforged are crafted with great effort, but require one more very powerful component.
And what is that?
A living soul.
Caelynn will look to Brewer when she says that.
He's shocked. For an automaton, he's shocked.
And I'll step closer to him. Again, because I'm sure I stepped away from him to look at the books. Willing souls?
That is not a requirement. From my memories, many were willing in the beginning.
Be a lot of power for someone.
There was a frantic pace and escalated. Many more Warforged were needed. And those that operated the forge before began forging in surplus before the end of the war was met. Brewer almost shouts, in, was I willing? And the creature picks up one of those giant stony hands at the very center of his finger, places it onto Brewer's head. These are my memories of you, Fenhold. They're scattered, where I wasn't fully conscious, but here. And he touches. Let's see.
No, he can't have his memories. That'll complete his character arc.
There's a slight flash, and this is sort of sloppy magic. So you're awashed. Anyone that's within like 30 feet of Brewer is awashed with these flashes of memory. You see a young boy, maybe 9 years old, dwarven, clearly worn, living in poverty. You hear conversations with those in power. His mother's ill. She can't afford food on the table, let alone any treatment for herself. And those in power, clearly lacking some morals, promise him they can care for her if he were to volunteer. Thankfully, the memory's cut out before the process is complete. Brewer falls to his knees.
Go to Brewer. I'll go beside him and I think Caelynn would just put maybe a reassuring hand, on his arm, or and just kind of be probably shocked herself. Were there a lot like this?
Yes. Toward the end.
Dan, the people in power, were those faces familiar? Anybody we had seen, or any symbols of family crests we had seen walking through the city?
I would no one that you recognize. There are two crests that were on the armor. The one that you saw making the deal was the let's see, where were you? Which one was that? The Earth Grip family crest. And you do know a Garden Earth Grip.
This was long enough ago. It would have been his ancestors.
Yeah.
Would Rain see any? Rain would have seen Brewer's mother in ghost form?
No,
Or
not
don't-
here. Yep, we don't know what happened to her. Yeah, in fact, there's typically in your experience, and Emil's and Eckert's, there are ghosts in most places. You never really get used to it, but at first it's distracting, but you become accustomed to the dead walking among the living because of your sight.
So Rain does see ghosts, but it's not
Just none
Brewers.
here. Yeah, here though, down in the sword, you find none. A disturbing absence. Brewer pivots his head at Caelynn next to him. And as he does, he's sort of leaned down, fallen on his knees and leaned down on his palms of his hands, and he turns and looks up with a kind of cloak half draped over his face, and from this eye is oil leaking down the side of his face. Caelynn, I am Finhold. Finhold Graysunder. I remember.
Are who you've always been.
A creature speaks over the two of you again. Many Warforged have been known to seek a name. Some feel that it is simply because they are named for the tasks for which they are to complete. But few know the sad truth that deep down they know they had a name, and that drives them to seek it. Never knowing the loss they've suffered, never feeling complete.
There have been others that have come to you. Other Warforged.
You are the first to return. The first I've seen since I was conscious. But I know this of the process. I am part of each of them. Some tiny sliver is chipped away in the process, and each has found its home in me. the shadow of the Wraithstar Forge.
How long has it been since someone has used the forge? Since the war?
Yes. It was panic. Things had been steadily building. More armor, more weapons, more warforged. And then the forge was sealed, abandoned, sealed away. And nothing until you.
I'm not around, Shadow. And someone tries to get in here to acquire the forge. Is there a defense mechanism?
Cracks a small smile, if you can call it that. Me.
Good. Caelynn will stand back up. You have my protection.
And you mine. You have brought a soul to be forged. And Rain, you can see walking up out of the river onto the platform is once again Caelynn's dad.
No,
I'm gonna tug on Emil and just point.
I'm trying to remember. Emil was not wearing his cloak. And
As Eckert.
yeah, I'm trying to think. Okay, well, I mean, I think Emil would understand what Rain's getting at, so it'll take a minute, but Emil will get his cloak out and put it on.
Okay. And as you do now, walking up to the top of the stairs, you see the ghost of Caelynn's dad.
Caelynn, your father has come to the forge. His soul is here.
where is he?
He's behind.
I'll do the illusion trick.
Ah, nice.
Kind of on him.
Nice. Whoop, and the illusion forms. The creature looming above seizes with interest and follows suit, crafting a stone form that also gives your father shape around the ghost and voice. The rocky, crumbly voice of your father through this thing with the illusion here as well. Or even over it, whatever you want to do, Emil, if you want to add detail to the the stone.
No, I'll let the guardian take the lead here then.
Okay, I'd like your idea a lot. Oh, Caelynn, creature, is this true? You can give me a new life to be with my daughter? Yes. You could become Warforged.
But if he became a Warforged, wouldn't he forget everything?
dead. Is there any way to get around that?
No. Brewer stands up and kind of puts a hand on your shoulder and tries to pivot you to square off with you. Caelynn, you cannot do this. Your father will be nothing of what he was before. I hold these few memories of what I was before, and I know how truly and completely different I am now. He will no longer be your father. His spirit forged forever. Your father on the other side. It's my choice.
Is it worth having a body if you lose your spirit and you forget the reason you want to live? You want to live for your daughter, but if you forget your daughter, then are you truly living again?
Creature, can you make sure that I will be strong enough and to stay by her side and be told? Will you have the ability to make sure that I know that she's someone that I need to protect or be with? We'll all be lost. The creature says, you can be given basic instructions. Yes. Great. Danny, I've missed so much time with you. This is my chance. I'll be inside. I'll be there.
Can't hear you, Steph.
Oh, I was like, you won't even know who you're protecting, is what Caelynn said to him.
But I'll know now. I'll be able to do something. I'll be able to be with you. And even if I only know that for another day, hour, minute, oh, how wonderful that would be. And I'd be there for you.
Even if I wanted to, I don't have a form for you. I don't have a body for you.
There are forms available, the creature says. Up from stone, metal's pushed out of the ground, earth glides up and out. And there's like 5 different warforged frames. You would need a...
That was not helpful.
You would, however, need a special crystal only found in these caves to contain the soul.
A heart?
Yes.
Caelynn will turn to Brewer. I understand what you're saying. But even if it was just for protection, even if it was just so that he could protect me and take care of me, what is the harm? If he understands what he's doing.
Brewer kneels back down just to be eye level with you. Caelynn, he does not know the extent of what he is setting himself for. The soul is used in this process, but little is left. If left be, he can go to a better place and not be trapped in a metal body.
Tell me not to do it, and I won't do it.
You see him seriously considering telling you not to do it. Little eyes close.
If you think it'd be better for him, for me, for his soul to go on, then I won't do it.
This is my experience, but not my place. He reluctantly kind of leans back a little to make this decision for you.
If a soul is forged into a warforged, will they never be able to pass on?
The creature twists its head over toward you. I do not know. Many have been destroyed.
I'm sorry, did you say souls have been destroyed?
Many warforged during the war. When returned, their bodies for scrap work, repair work. No longer did a soul reside there. That is all I know.
So the question remains, if they passed on or if they were destroyed.
I will honor your will. He turns back to you, Caelynn.
Not to get gloomy, but everyone will die. I'm pretty sure your mother has passed on to whatever of the gods' realms she wants to as well. And you'll pass on too. If you forge your father, we don't know if there's a risk that he will be able to join you after this life is over.
If there is anything after this life is over. Caelynn will turn to her father. Do you know about anything about Mother? I heard that she might still be alive. Have you seen her?
I've looked for her on the other side, but no, I haven't found her yet, dear.
Could she still be alive?
She could. I imagine she would have returned here to us. To me, at least. But either something's keeping her spirit from doing so, or she's still alive.
Caelynn will put her. You said he's in a stone kind of visage now. Is what we're seeing him as.
Fairly detailed, so.
Caelynn will put her hands on both sides of his face. I appreciate your offer for protection. But no. I want your soul to be happy and at peace, and if there's something afterwards, I want you to be safe. And I want you to be at peace, since you have not been in peace this entire time. So even though I appreciate it, go.
I miss you so much, Caelynn. Gisetta. I don't think he knows Caelynn.
I will be okay.
You're strong, aren't you?
I wish I was stronger, but It's because of you and Mom that I'm as strong as I am.
All right, dear. If you find your mother, yeah, tell her I'll be waiting here for her, will ya? At our home.
I love you.
I love you too, dear. Stone pieces sort of crumble off past your hands into a pile of stone as he releases his spirit from this particular place. It takes a lot of energy to be here. A couple pieces of stone still remain in your hands as the rest falls away.
I will put them in my pocket.
Go and give Caelynn a real big hug.
Caelynn will stand there and let you hug her.
I'm sorry.
Thank you for your wisdom.
It's really hard seeing someone you love not able to remember who you are. I don't want you to have to go through that too. You've been through a lot, Caelynn.
Thank you.
And he can still watch over you, and you still have us to protect you.
I
We're
know.
all here for you.
I know.
Blueberry will come up and snuggle her legs.
If you, when you, have further need of me, I can guide you through crafting the finest of armor, weaponry, and if you ever have need of this Wraithstar Soul Forge, you have everything you need.
Could I do an exchange with you to keep something safe for me? I will bring out the Warforged Heart from my bag.
Okay. It brings a huge hand over next to the platform you're on. What do you wish for?
Can I keep this in the chest while I review some of the documents, if that's all right, to
Of
keep it
course.
safe?
I will protect it.
Thank you. And I will take it over to the chest, Dan, and put it down and then gather a few of the texts to put into my bag to study later.
Okay. I thank you for finding me.
Thank you for finding me.
And sensing its social cue, it kind of stands up and slides back into the wall. Pausing as it's leaning up. Caelynn, is it?
Yes.
And to which house do you belong? Stormforge?
Yes.
It is a pleasure. Homer Simpson's into the wall. Brewer's just not saying anything, but he, after your hug with Aaron Wynn and your chat with Aaron Wynn, Brewer comes over and hugs you. He leans down, gets on your level, and it's more of holding you until he senses, he makes a movement like, okay, time's up. Yeah. He's just there. You can hear the drip and drap every so often of some oil falling from his face to the floor.
Thank you, friend.
Thank you.
So should I? Oh, sorry. Go ahead,
He
Dan.
was just going to say he's excited he finally has answers.
So should I call you Brewer or Finhold?
Fenhold, please. I hope to find out what became of my mother.
We'll find out.
He stands up, kind of, robotically brushes himself off and just stands really as strong as he can by your side, facing the direction you're facing and ready to travel with you.
All right. Let's go and get some rest, guys.
That sounds real nice.
Great idea.
Could use some Felix dinner right about now, though.
Nice. Teleportation circle. Yeah.
And then a very long trip back.
Awesome.
You just have to find a circle here.
That's true. We should ask around.
All right. So thank you, Dreadstar, for the follow. Yay. All right. So it sounds like you're all heading back to the estate then.
Yeah, we'll do the ferry business across the river.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. You make your way.
Yeah, that's why we're dancing like doing.
Yeah, the whole routine.
Em is happy to get out to her to uni.
To Uni, yes.
You walk back across with the lights, like as she said, across the invisible bridge.
Lights glowing.
And head on up to the back to the estate. What time it is now is anyone's guess. Let's say it's late evening, like 7 or 8.
Let's see.
You all arrive.
Ray's gonna cast. Oh, hang on. Oh, so if I have my 5th level spell. Oh, never mind. I can't. Never mind. I was gonna cast Mass Cure Wounds, but I used up all my 5th level.
Oh.
We just need sleep. I need
Yeah.
some
Alright.
sleep.
It's weird. I think I heard someone sneeze on the stairs. Bless you. I don't see anyone over there, but it sounds like one of
Yeah,
the
just bless the ghost in his house.
Yeah, for real.
Caelynn's dad.
Caelynn's dad sneezed.
Nice.
Sorry.
Achoo.
All
Oh,
that
Dan,
some dust from the stone.
before we went back to the estate,
Mm-hmm.
did Rain see Caelynn's dad just disappear?
It's tough to say because he was sort of encased in a stone form, but yeah, probably through the stone as it was falling, you'd see the ghost fade away.
Okay.
Finally, after this trek, you return. The keep isn't really set up for living just yet.
No.
I still have. If I will ask if they want the hut, I will put the hut up. If everybody feels more secure in the hut.
Why don't we just go to an inn, then they can feed us and we can sleep in beds
That's
not
true,
on
we
the
need to eat.
floor.
I say we go to an inn.
But not the.
And then we can take tomorrow to clean up.
Get organized.
Hire a maid.
Could use some drapes in that corner, on that window. A deep blue, maybe, or bright green.
I like the blue.
The blue, okay, yeah, like midnight blue, or like navy blue, or like sky blue, or
Yeah,
going
Walking-
grocery shopping tomorrow.
Nice.
While walking, does Rain see that apparition that you discussed, like that big blob when she was waking up, and then
A big blob. I'm trying to recall, but right, you did see something while you were waking up. That was wasn't it the blanket? The small like halfling form under a blanket.
that
That
apparition?
currently, no.
Caelynn.
But since you're aware of it, and Eckert, I will make sure to, with passive perception, kind of keep you apprised when you see it once again. All right, so you're heading to an inn, you said?
Yes.
Okay. I don't have the name of the inn right in front of me, of course.
Mort will say, do we dare go back to the Gilded Saber?
I would say just the closest place because my feet.
Yeah, let's find the closest place. Yeah.
That's right.
And my back and my face hurts.
The Gilded Saber, that's so amazing. Let's see if that host is still there.
And not anymore.
Nope. So you head in and you find a place a little more reasonable fee-wise. Still decent. It's a 5th level down here, which is where the Ritzy live. So it's still comfortable. There's room service at a charge, but the beds are really nice. There's baths in each room. Servants will draw warm water. You have everything you need in each room. If you want to stay this one anyway, it's probably about a gold piece a night per person.
No good.
Okay, so you pay the fee, and you all get a well-deserved. Is anyone not sleeping tonight?
Emil will sleep.
Oh, good. Okay.
Caelynn's going to sleep, but I think that I want to pull Mortimer aside before.
All right.
Yes.
Mortimer, I have something that I need to see if you can identify.
Okay, at your
If that's okay. I will bring out the seed that landed on me after
Oh.
situation.
Not a problem.
And just I'm not even sure I even checked it to see if it's even magical, but could you just see if it's anything special?
Sure, no problem. He's still thinking about. Harkens back to the episode with the beans. Let's go out back of the inn. I don't want to ruin a room.
That sounds good.
Just in case. I'm just gun shy. I'm sorry.
Sounds good.
That's amazing.
So I'll set a little pad or a little piece of cloth and then put the seed down and I'll cast Identify since I'm going to sleep anyway. So it's no big deal.
Okay. Yep, you lay out your chalk, your candles, and cloth, and you perform the Identify spell ritually cast on this object. You sense, while there's, it's not anything to identify in itself, you are able to detect a little bit of nature-based magic to it. And because you've spent the time and energy on Identify, you do recognize this as a particular leaf clipping. Comes from the Feywild. In your studies, you've come across this. It's kind of rare. There isn't too much documented on it. You just recognize by the patterns and shape of the leaf and its vascular nature there. Of the Feywild, has a little nature magic. Would probably grow if you were to plant it.
I will relay that to Caelynn. Let her know it's from the Feywild and it would probably grow, but it is not an ordinary leaf. It sort of has some arcane magic to it. Question is where to plant it. That's good. We can plant it in the Feywild. We can plant it back at the keep. It's your leaf.
Got it. Thank you, Mortimer.
No problem.
Yeah, I got this right after the after we lost Brixie.
Oh,
It just kind of landed on me. So I'm just curious as to see what it is.
now
Thank
you've
you.
piqued. Now you've piqued my curiosity. Oh God.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Well, good night.
Good night.
And Caelynn's going to actually, now that I think about it, go into her library
Mm-hmm.
and start reviewing the stuff that she picked up.
Oh, okay. Neat.
So Caelynn will not sleep tonight.
Ah, all right. Everyone else is sleeping now?
Erwin is gonna kind of lay awake most of the night and just like staring at the ceiling going, was that stupid? No, he didn't say anything. No one else said anything. But I didn't know die. Oh, that was stupid. No, was it? Oh my gosh. Why am I so awkward? And then
before Rain goes to sleep, she is going to meditate for a little bit and then sleep.
Okay. All right.
And well, yeah, before he goes to sleep, since the spell lasts 8 hours,
Mm-hmm.
just because of what happened back at the estate, he's going to put alarm on his door.
All right. And the wizard wisens, yeah. Very neat. Are you setting it for, are you excluding anyone from that party?
Just exclude the party,
Okay.
That includes Rain, right?
of course.
Absolutely.
Welcome to the party.
you're officially in when you're excluded from the alarm spell.
For real,
That's right.
yeah.
That's
That
why I
shows
said
trust,
something.
Yeah. Oh, that's too funny and so true. I feel like someone needs to tweet that right now because that would make a great meme. Yeah.
That'd be great on a t-shirt.
Right?
Or you could put it in the quote list.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh, my stars. Okay. So that will be Erwin and Caelynn will have a point of exhaustion if they're not getting a full night's
Well, I'm
rest.
not I'm eventually gonna get enough for a full night's
Oh, okay.
rest.
Gotcha.
But it's just the
It's a-
awkward.
I completely understand what Erwin does because that's what I do.
Wait, was I?
That's what Mariah does.
It's the
It's a real thing.
The laying awake at night going regretting everything you ever done.
Remember that time when you were 8 and you said this thing to this person? Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you do differently? Yeah. Awesome. Okay.
So she will sleep,
Okay.
mechanics wise. But for story wise, it's funny.
Okay. And how's Galathor doing? How's he handling things? All the events and everything? Just out of curiosity.
He just kind of feels that everything's turned topsy-turvy.
Okay.
The natural order of things just kind of feels out of balance.
Okay. Neat. All right, Galathor. All right. Well, everyone else is able to get a good full night's rest. Hooray! Put that in the combat tracker.
Oh gosh,
Just
why
for
do we need
future,
that?
Yeah.
Hooray! I leveled up.
Yeah. Nice.
One day.
Awesome.
To be fair, we were level 11 for like 2 weeks. And before we were actually 11.
Nice. All right. Oh, yeah, you're way up there. Okay. Oh, so the night goes by. Very comfortable sleeping accommodations. You wake up. There's breakfast served. In the it's I can't even call it a tavern section because it is very much a dining area. It's a proper dining area, with waiters that come over and serve you, and things are made to order. Eventually, I imagine you're all sitting around a table, unless anyone would not want to join breakfast. The meal's not? Okay. Is there anything else in particular you'd like to do?
I think. I think Rain would have had her own room, and then she would, I think, find a meal, so she's not down to breakfast.
Oh, good luck finding Emil.
He's out.
He's stealthed into the other campaign.
Well, Rain is gonna spend most of her morning trying to find Emil.
Okay.
FYI, Emil stealthed out in the middle of the night and vised, and he's sleeping back at Caelynn's keep.
Oh, okay. Oh, exciting. Yeah. In that case, Rain, yeah, you look through the rooms, you ask the barkeep, the tender, nothing. Look around a little bit and around the block. Nothing. Just can't spot him. Meanwhile, everyone else, Galathor, Mort, Caelynn, Aaronwyn, M, and Blueberry are sitting around a large, like a farm table, long rectangular table with heavy wooden benches on either side, being served a very tasty breakfast.
Kayla makes sure to, of course, refresh her store of sausages and blueberries, sausages and
Extra side orders.
If Blueberry eats some blueberry pancakes, is that cannibalism?
Probably.
After a good solid, probably like maybe an hour trying to find Emil, Rain would have eventually joined the rest of the party.
Okay.
And it's good to see you. Caelynn will make a spot beside her for Rain to sit, if she wants to.
Seeing that Caelynn did that, she just gonna accept the offer.
I'll kind of slide a donut over to Rain with sprinkles on it.
I'll eat the donut.
What child would turn down a sprinkled donut?
As an adult, I never turn down a sprinkled donut.
Yeah.
Nice. That's basic.
I once drove 2 hours away to get a sprinkled donut.
Awesome.
I bet that donut place was worth it.
Let's hope, yeah. I think M is sort of eyeing everybody. Now, of course, she is familiar with Emil, who's not here, and Caelynn. But I think everyone else is fairly new to her. Oh, hey, where's he? She's just gonna keep an eye around. Say Galathor. What's the eye for? You know.
Oh, this, yes. This is a symbol of Helm. He's the god that I serve.
I see. What does he stand for?
His tenets are protecting the weak.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like that.
Sorry, I'm just a little distracted from the events of yesterday.
I'm kind of glad you said something, because, I mean, Caelynn and I, and Emil, and the folks we were with before, we went through some strange things, but nothing like that. Is this the new norm, or?
I mean, when you're an adventurer, is there really anything that's normal?
Good point.
Besides the abnormal? She'll take some bacon and stuff it in her mouth. Back in first.
Awesome.
Rain. Yeah. Okay. Rain would just go, seeing Erwin slump, she'll just give her a hug. As
So,
she's slumping. She's
just like-
slumping.
She'll just kind of like
Yeah.
on the bench, and she'll whisper to Rain, "Why am I so awkward?"
Nice.
Rain says, I don't know.
Awesome.
Same here, kids.
That's a perfect kid answer, too. I don't know. Caelynn, I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. I hope some of that worked out the way you wanted it to.
I'm not really sure. It worked out how it worked out. I guess I didn't really know what was going to happen, or so I came here just wanting to get an estate, and a lot has been revealed since coming here. So
Oh.
I still have to figure out what that crown is about. I don't even. I mean, I know that you said that people were after it. Yeah. So,
Hearing. Oh, go ahead.
I'm done. Caelynn's just kind of like,
Well, first, hearing that her mention the crown, I was going to say, well, if you want, do I sense anything? Did I sense anything? I can't remember if I sensed anything arcane about that crown.
I think that
I can't remember.
I mean, I have it in my bag, but I don't want to bring it out here.
No. Oh, certainly not. No. No. But I'll just put it on the to-do list to look at it later.
Well,
but more. Go ahead.
No. You go, please.
He's just going to hear the conversation between them, and it's like, I just want to say this is probably the main reason that I left the Underdark, was to see the world and experience all the things that there is to experience out of the Underdark. But after what happened yesterday, it's more than just that. It's more of being part of a group that works and is committed to each other. And this is really, I feel this is something that we've achieved or are achieving. I just want to say that, whatever, I'm with you guys till whatever. I'm not, this is something that's probably pretty special. I just wanted to get that out on the air. I want to thank you for having me along.
Ooh, I like him.
Who was that? Was that
It's
M?
Thank you for being here, Mortimer.
I just, it's something I thought I needed to say after yesterday, based on just what happened and how everything was handled. And I just feel like it had to be said.
Thank you. You're well needed in this group.
Everyone's needed.
Yes. Correct.
Everyone's needed and everyone's wanted.
Exactly.
Has anyone seen Emil this morning?
He's off doing Emil things, I'm sure.
Brewer also isn't around this morning. And Emil, you would have heard Brewer arrive at the keep in the middle of the night as well. Whether or not, if you didn't want to be found, he wasn't going to find you. He's in a different state of mind.
Or Brewer? Has anyone seen Brewer?
No.
He's hard to miss.
What Fenhold?
Fenhold, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right.
I hope he
That's
just
gonna
needs.
take some getting used to.
Yeah, he just probably needs some time to sort things out.
I'm worried about Emil though.
Yeah.
We should probably go and try to make sure he's okay. I don't know where to look though, but hey, everyone can finish their breakfast. Caelynn's a little kind of discombobulated this morning, so yeah.
By this time, when everybody was talking, Rain's just gonna hop down from the table and then just walk to the door and try to find a temple of the Raven Queen.
Okay. let's see. Yeah, this is a very large city. You probably won't find it on this floor, but if you were to go up, Raven Queen's a pretty big. I'd say up one floor to the 4th floor, you'll find some guards, and they'll show you the way up to a temple to the Raven Queen, which is on the smaller side.
Would I have seen her start leaving? Dan?
With your hyper alertness for your party members, given recent events, yes.
Events.
Always? I don't know.
Unless Rain is trying to be stealthy, in which case she could roll and we could roll. But how was Rain?
I was.
I mean, if you try to sneak away, I was literally holding on to you, so.
I was just gonna yell out for her to be careful.
Caelynn
She would have
knows
heard it, and then she would have turned around and acknowledged Caelynn.
tucks the bunny into her arm.
Suppose we can't keep track of everyone at all times.
Damn. There was. Never mind.
I need to go and get some air. Caelynn will leave and go outside.
Okay.
Just to stand outside the front door.
All right. You get some. There is something about the air down here. It's crisp. It's clean. It's like down out in the deep, down near there. It's more musty and everything. But there's something about this mountain air that's within the mountain itself and underneath is that is very refreshing to you.
Mountain area is actually the best.
Nice. All right. So I guess I'll jump over to Emil at the keep. Is there anything this morning that you'd like to do?
Not really in the grand scheme of things. I mean, Emil's finally getting his first night of sleep in a little while, and he's probably dusting and cleaning and throwing himself into just mundane chores in the keep.
Okay.
Be digging up some bed sheets and changing the beds and stuff like that.
Neat. I think as you're doing one of the beds, Brewer's gonna come in. He was just with his roll. He was going to find you and see if he could help. He'll probably lift up a bed, like so you can sweep underneath.
One-handed.
Yeah.
Mr. Incredible.
And he's not going to say a thing. He's just going to sort of jump in and help if you'll have him.
Okay, Emil will say thank you, but if he doesn't say anything, then Emil's pretty comfortable with not talking. So
okay. He gives a subtle.
We'll do a dance.
Yeah, neat. All right, Galithor, is there anything you want to do this morning?
Galithor might actually just go shopping for groceries.
Okay.
He's kind of in the mood to get some normalcy back into his life after
The insanity of yesterday.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Mort, what would you like to do as breakfast wraps up?
I will go outside, find a guard,
Okay.
and inquire as to are there any arcane universities, mage guilds around.
We don't care much for magic here.
Just it doesn't hurt to ask.
But yeah, we have some establishments. It has to be regulated, of course.
Oh, naturally, I would, color me surprised. Okay, and I'll ask for directions.
Okay.
To said place.
Well, you'll have to head up to the back to that first floor that you no doubt entered from. They'll have an area, the administrative area there, that you can go and get signed up to speak with someone, set an appointment.
That's okay. I'm not vertically challenged.
He kind of looks you up and down. He's used to that being an insult. All right.
Little does he know I'm referring to the magic carpet. I'm just going to have on that and go right up to the top floor.
Oh, thank you for the cheer, Varath. Yay! And so you go, and you are able to set up a meeting, but it's this evening. It's as early as they'll see you.
This is me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
All right. basically is just with the head of like admission to this place. To is there anything in particular you're looking to discuss? I should ask. Because they'll ask you that.
Access or availability to it, if they have just a long shot. I realize, based on their opinions of magic, a teleportation circle, and or if they have family histories here.
Okay.
Just as passing it off as a history buff and a sage, I would, in the High Council's history and stuff like that, for prosperity.
In that case, it'd be a bit of a different response. The person you're talking to kind of scoffs at the first notion. Teleportation circle?
Yeah.
No. And as you ask about the detailed history, kind of looks down at you like, I'm not sure how else to say this, but not for you. No, it's for clans only. But there is a heritage, and you keep very detailed records as to all clans and members and family trees, what they've done and how they've contributed, and what prestige they've earned, titles and such. Yes.
Well, it's good to know. I appreciate your contribution and you. And thank you.
Quizzical look down. Sure. And kind of turns just to carry on her business. And she says, and the bio break's just to the left there if you're looking for it.
Thank you very much.
Since we're running a little late.
You read my mind.
Insane.
Nice. So for anyone who doesn't know, we take an 8 to 10-minute bio break, and then we will return. We'll keep streaming, but you'll see us come and go. And Mariah, if you get a chance, if you have like a cloth or anything you can put over the camera, no worries if not, but when you turn the camera off, it switches places with someone else.
Oh, it does? Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot about that.
No problem. No, I just figured I'd mention it.
Thank you. I mean, I got a really cool snowy background.
Ooh, I like it. Very seasonal. Aaron Window, you did that on purpose, yeah.
Oh, what shade.
Awesome. All right, we'll catch you all shortly. I'm going to make some coffee.
Coffee.
Sorry about that. Speaking of cameras turning off, mine just randomly dropped everything. The camera, the mic, everything.
No.
Oh no!
I'm sorry about that.
You're fine. I was like, you did. That's Aaron Wynn.
That was definitely not on purpose. I just looked away. I was like, wait, what?
I was like, that is pretty funny.
It's not your microphone anymore, and then the camera's not on. I'm like, what?
Awesome. You're fine. Neat.
So I'm gonna show off the back of my head.
Oh yeah, let's check it out. Ooh, awesome! And that looks so comfy and cozy.
Yeah, and it's like it's September and it's still considered to be summer. And it's supposed to be in the 90s all week. I'm just like, no,
yeah,
I'm not
no
dealing
kidding. With that. No thanks, hard pass.
So yeah, and I was just ready for a new look.
Good, well it's very sharp.
If you see on Facebook, like my undercut that I had was just like it was like super long. I think my stylist said it was like 2 inches long. I'm just like, no. You know it's long when you could just like flip it.
Nice.
It looked nasty. Thanks, Randy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, I'll be right back.
And Randy, if it wasn't for Erica like being bold on gather your party and Towson doing shaving and styling her undercut, I probably wouldn't have gotten one. So
Let's not sleep, buddy. I need you to upstairs to your room. Okay, but it's not going to be any easier on the stair. Maybe we kiss and hug and head upstairs, okay? Be extra careful. I want you to enjoy your switch points in the morning, too. Okay?
oh,
Sweet dreams, Mr. Church. Yeah. That's a regular day of work, so oops, sorry. Okay. I should probably be leaving around 9:30. And then I should be doing shopping after, so maybe 6, 5, 6. We'll do some food today and stuff. We'll do some food today around time. This is like 7 minutes.
Steven Universe movie came out this week. Came out on Labor Day. I haven't seen it, but I'm like really. I had like I'm in love with it. I'm in love with the music because it's written by. Gotta try. Face. It's the truth. It's the truth. Randy, it's really good. It's their first full-length episode, so. My favorite song. From Steven U. Suppressing treats and all new taste, cause you came to this planet from outer space. A refugee of an interstellar war, but now he's at your local grocery store. Cookie cat, he's a pet for your tummy. Cookie cat, he's super duper yummy. Cookie cat, he loves his belly bar. Cookie cat. Where you're like, but it is from Steven Universe. You have to see the watch the show to get it.
Yeah, I don't really watch much TV. Thanks, Randy. Appreciate the vote of confidence. Hey, it'd be having fun. Not getting in their way at all.
All I wanna do is see you turn into a giant woman, a giant woman. That's the next song. All I wanna do is see you turn into a giant woman, a giant woman. All I wanna be is want me to see a giant woman. All I wanna do. If you're evil and you're on the rise, you can count on the four of us taking you down. Cause we're good and evil never beats us. We'll win the fight and then go out for pizzas. We are the crystal gems. We'll always save the day. And if you think we can't, we'll always find a way. That's why the people of this world believe in Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl, and Steven. Do, do, do. if you can only really are when we arrived on Earth. Halfway on your stars, we are amazed to find word and your word, and we will protect your kind. And we will protect your kind. And we will protect your Earth, and we will protect you. Running montage. I haven't seen Ruby. I know the music. I have some music on my phone. I will fight for the person I'll be. Miss Caelynn and sisters me. I will find the name of Rose Quartz and everything that she believed in. I will fight for the friends remaining and lose everything I'll ever know. And fight for everything. Once we remember the odds are against us, no easy, but we're not gonna do it alone. We're iron crystal gems, always save the day. And if you think we can't, we'll always find a way. That's why the people of this world believe in Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl, and Steven! Sun is at in search of grace. Peach or plum or strawberry, any kind is fine, you see. Come on and share this jam with me. I'll do my best to give this premise a piece it deserves. And everything fresh, eating on this tasty preserves. Bum, bum, bum. Ingredients in harmony when mixed together perfectly. Come on, share this jam with me. Oh, I like this song. Second half. That's what I do. Do me so do. That's like nice. Oh, I love shit. I love shit. It's my favorite song. Digny Magna Hall was fine with the men. It was come into our lives now and again. I was fine because I knew that it ended when I left to you. I was fine when you came. And we fought like it was all some silly game over her. Who she would choose? After all those years, I thought I lose. It's over, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it over? It's over, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it over? You won. And she chose you, and she loves you, and she's gone. It's over, isn't it? Why can't I move on? War and glory, reinvention, vision, spirit, her attention, out in daylight, and attention, both sex, experimental. Who am I now in this world for her? Petty and dumb. Word to her. What's the matter? It's all said and done. Now I got to be there for her son. It's over, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it over? It's over, isn't it? Isn't it? isn't it over? You won and she chose you and she loved you and she's gone. It's over, isn't it? Why can't I move on? It's over, isn't it? Why can't I move on? Are you guys like finishing the lyrics to a song? Come so far. Dan, you missed the singing portion of the show.
Oh no, poor Caelynn. Her character arc was so heavy that it disconnected her internet.
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Right, we got
Dan, can you hear that?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
The solution would be we all get
That was
OBS
nice.
and we all put on our screens the an overlay. So no matter where we go and where we come in,
Yeah.
our overlays in front of us.
Nice. And I don't have rain in this one.
Hey, Dan, when are you gonna make Rain's character portrait?
Ha ha ha! Devor. No. Hopefully soon. I keep forgetting. I'm so sorry.
You're fine. I was just like, oh, I'm just a figment of everybody's imagination.
Yeah. Awesome. It looks like Aaron win. And then bottom left looks like Caelynn. It's in my head now.
It's really good. Rebecca
Ooh.
Sugar wrote most of the music. I guess she's the creator of Steven Universe. And they just released their first full-length feature movie.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm like a season behind, and I'm trying not to be spoiled, but I keep finding song, and I'm just like, wait, there's another diamond? Wait, what? What?
Forge
So I'm
editing.
kind of spoiling it for myself, which I don't want to.
Nice.
I don't know what I'm gonna do about my hair. Oh, hello.
Oops. Hey, baby.
He's a frozen tree. And all new taste, cause he came to this planet from outer space. A refugee coming in a stellar war, but now he's at your local grocery store. Cookie cat, he's a pet for retirement. Cookie cat, he's super duper yummy. Cookie cat, he
Yum.
left his silence behind. He left his family behind. Cookie cat. There you go.
Yay.
Now about Green Route 109.
Nice. Have any of you seen Puppy Cat? It's this super weird cartoon. It's on YouTube. Yeah, it's totally bizarre.
No, I haven't seen Puppy Cat.
Wait, Puppy Cat?
Puppy Cat. It's so weird.
Okay, Cookie Cat is an ice cream sandwich.
Ooh.
So. Wait, that's not coffee. Dan, what is that?
I've got my coffee here.
Oh.
But this is a nice, tasty strawberry daiquiri drink. Ooh, brought to you by Seagram's. It was in the fridge, and I was like, I need something. I don't have any OJ. I ran out of OJ and all that. I'm like, I know, booze that tastes fruity. Perfect. Substitute.
So homemade strawberry juice is the best thing ever,
Really?
but it's a lot of work.
Oh, I don't mind work. That sounds awesome.
You just need to get a lot of strawberries when it's strawberry season. Get them cheap, and then you just you kind of put them in a blender and you strain out all the solids.
Mm-hmm.
And best liquid, it's like liquid gold.
Oh,
Red.
that sounds amazing.
I don't know.
Awesome.
Metaphor kind of fell apart. I don't
Yes.
know.
It's awesome.
It's so good. There's not even English for it.
Right, yeah. Nice. All right, looks like we're all back. Here is a tweet. In case any of you are like, wow, this is a really fun stream, but I can't subscribe or cheer or anything. No worries, and you still want to support us. Tweeting always helps. So that's just a link that sends you to a pre-made tweet that you can tweak however you want, and just helps us get a little more visibility out there. Share the wonderfulness that is us with the world. Of course, no worries if you don't want to. All right, that is our back from break one. How exciting! All right, we've got some crazy town stuff going on. Let me clear that target. All right. Wow, so we're sort of coming off of a high. High stress, that is. With some of Caelynn's backstory and Brewer's coming to fruition, or at least having some big open gate leads here, some floodgates opened. And everyone's had breakfast. Caelynn stepped outside for a breath. Emil and I don't know, I'll just call him Brewer for now until that census changes. Are working, cleaning, taking their minds off of things by cleaning the estate that is in complete disrepair. Mort went and sought some information about magic teleportation circle here and family trees and histories. While the latter exists, it's sort of exclusive to people that reside here in the clan. It's not for outsiders, as it were. Let's see. Okay, I guess we're good to go. I think Em and Aaronwyn are probably in there. What you got going, Aaronwyn?
So as everybody's going their separate ways, she's gonna try to go with Galifar, but be like, no, that was awkward. So she's gonna go back to the estate, and she'll help clean up a little bit, but she'll get distracted going down into the basement, and find the runes again, the time travel runes, and she's gonna just sit and stare.
Oh, okay.
It's just like, oh, look, clean, runes. She's gonna just study her brains out for those, because that was really cool.
Okay. Neat. They are, I imagine them being mesmerizing to her. There's these ancient runes in this such complex formula in here.
And she wants to figure it out.
Nice. How much time do you want to commit today to studying those and taking notes and such?
Let's see, she'll probably clean for 20 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
Maybe. And then get distracted by the runes. And then she will kind of stay down there until someone comes and gets her.
Okay.
So, time passage, what is this? Look,
What is time?
She's hyper-focusing, like ADHD hyper-focusing.
Oh, I know about that, Bill. I know that feeling.
Nice.
For somebody who has ADD.
Nice. I feel it. All right, Galator's out shopping. Rain left to
Find the temple.
Yes, thank you, Raven Queen. So I will start sort of up at the top left of my screen. Mort, breakfast is done. You've gotten your answers. Where are you headed next?
Well, after I guess gotten my answers, I'll just swing back to where we ate, just to see if anybody's still outside or inside. And do I find anyone?
Sorry, that was a slight multitasking fail on my part. What was that, Mort?
Do I find anyone after I've done my conversations at the Magic Guild? I make my way back just to try to gather back up with the group.
Gotcha.
At the restaurant. Are they all dispersed by now?
They've dispersed, but you do run into Galithor because he's trying to eat. I'm so sorry, Ed. I didn't see that until I started saying it.
Mort is, when he comes back, Mort's literally making his way downtown.
Nice.
Making my way.
Literally downtown.
You see Galithor with a few handfuls worth of groceries.
Need a hand?
Only if it's mage hand.
I'd cast Big V's, but that's a little bit of overkill. But
This massive hand appears. All the groceries easily fit in the Big V's hand. Awesome. In fact, I think it can carry the two of you as well, right?
I'm not going to show off.
Okay.
I've already been zipping around on a magic carpet. I mean,
Nice. Here I am. I've got all the magic. Yeah.
I got a few guard reports written on me already.
There are definitely some, disconcerted looks.
Some buzzing going
guards and
around
stuff,
town.
like as you walk by with a giant hand to hold like 3 bags of groceries or 4 bags of groceries.
Suddenly, a UFO conspiracy group forms in Calderul.
Nice. Yeah. I saw it with my own eyes. Nice.
Well, I was almost done shopping in Mort's, but did you have any ingredient requests?
Excellent question. Let me just check my inventory. I think. Oh, I need a rope. I lost a rope to the river. I had a rope, and the river took it away.
But were you planning on eating the rope?
No, but you never know when you're going to need a rope.
This is true.
Oh, if we're strictly food. Oh, for food requests. No, I trust your judgment, sir.
I would
Your
like you
palate
to keep
is
in mind-
far superior to mine.
Are you confusing me with Felix, perhaps? Because all I've served so far is gruel.
Mhm.
And damn good gruel it was.
No, Alexa.
Wow.
Sounds like you're in a fight, a day-long fight with Alexa. She just walked in your room to say something to you. Ed, I was thinking, no! That's awesome.
40 minutes later, gruel shows up at Galithor's doorstep.
Yeah. Amazon Fresh. Oh, okay, good. That wasn't the trigger word. Great.
What picked it up to trigger Alexa?
I don't know.
That's
We were
so
talking
weird.
about ingredients, and all of a sudden, she who shall not be named decided to listen in.
You just wanted to make her thoughts known. It's okay.
2 to 3 business days, a bunch of stuff arrives at your door, and you're like,
History of gruel.
Why are there so many sausages?
Nice. All right, neat. So,
Okay.
the two of you are headed back. Okay, Rain, you arrive at the the Temple of the Raven Queen. Very dark, very gothic structure here, gargoyles and such. You enter inside, long black sleek robes to a priest and a priestess approach. How may we serve you today?
I just need somewhere to pray.
Have you come to learn about the Raven Queen, or do you serve her already?
I don't say anything. I just show the crest of the raven.
Wonderful. So glad to have you among us. Please, this way to the praying chambers. And they guide you off to some pews before an altar to the Raven Queen. And you're able to have some time to pray. All right. Let's see, Aaron, when you were doing what? Because you're trying to eat now. I've got amazing timing tonight. I keep looking over like, and do you have? Oh, oops. I'm so sorry.
No, it's good. She's hyper focusing on the runes now.
Oh, right. Okay.
So where is everybody?
Everywhere.
Yeah, all around. Mort and Galthor on their way back to the keep. Emil and Brewer are at the keep. Aaron is also at the keep underneath. Lower floor. Mm-hmm. M would probably have gone with Aaron.
Aaron is the one who has been cooking for everyone in the
Oh, right.
So.
That's awesome. Where's lunch?
Get out there.
Nice. M's come with you, but I think that she would probably stay upstairs. Maybe, I don't know if she'd offer to help clean. I think it depends on the situation. Like if she sensed that Emil and Brewer wanted just some time to do their own thing and be in their own mind space, I don't think she would bother them. But she'd find some stuff to do around there. Rain, you're at the temple, and Caelynn, you went outside for some air. What have you done since then?
And everyone left.
I mean, you probably see us all leaving, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
I think Caelynn would probably stand up there for a while, just kind of at a loss of kind of what to do with herself because just of everything that's happened, and everyone's just kind of busy with their own stuff, and yeah. I think that I would probably go and do I see any signs if I walk the streets, Dan, do I see any signs for like services, like a for hire services front?
Yep. There's a lot of shops here that are about weaponsmithing, armor smithing, tinkering, especially here. So there are a couple shops that are looking for tinkerer.
I was meaning more of like to hire someone to come in and
Gotcha.
clean and just kind of get stuff kind of like, or yeah, to kind of like, I guess like a cleaning service to kind of like, especially when we leave, to kind of keep the place up. Kind of what I'm looking for.
Yes. No. So you find a place, a number of places that where you can requisition servants for household that will do that type of thing. Some of them, you do find one place that offers like nothing quite to the extent that you need, but it is a cleaning crew and a revitalization sort of crew that could probably go in and do what you need done. But they're a little specialized. It probably would be your typical stay at the keep after. If you wanted to hire servants to maintain it.
I guess I would go to a servant place then.
Okay.
Hello. Hi.
Yes.
Hello. I have acquired. I have acquired ownership of the Stoneforge Manor estate. Just down the road here. I need.
Oh yes. Oh.
I need a servant or two, probably. Specifically, someone who is good at maintaining a house and cleaning, especially while so someone trustworthy, but someone who knows how to clean and knows how to manage a household. I mean, not or just manage a building. There won't be a lot of other servants under this person. Someone who can do it all, but is trustworthy. Do you have anyone in mind?
Let me check the square footage and layout of the Stormforge keep. Just a moment, I need to consult my records.
Sure.
And she pulls out a really old book, pulls the dust off of it, opens it. Oh, oh yes. Oh, Well, you're likely looking at 3 servants to maintain the household. You'll need quite a bit of work to get it back in living, functioning condition. But
I do have a crew with me, some friends here now that can help kind of push it along. It's mostly the maintaining after, we leave port for a while and come, before we are back here, that I would need people for.
Understood. Well, for the size and space and functions of the household, you'd likely need a host of 3 servants. One to maintain the grounds with maintenance and such.
Sure.
Another to ensure that it is clean and in good upkeep. And then a third for blah, blah, blah. She recites some other really important piece.
Are your, I take it your employees are trustworthy?
Yes, they all go through a vetting process. If you're looking for long term, certainly we can find some that have a long time before they'll pay off their tabs, as it were, before they can leave the city.
Do you have anyone who is not owing? Do you have any dwarven servants?
I see, I understand. Well, if it's dwarves only, then yes, maybe a little more costly, of course, but fine work they'll do.
Okay. How much would it be for? Why don't you give me the price for 3 servants for each, for the dwarven and for those seeking passage?
Of course. And she collects the information, which will probably take me a minute to find.
Sure.
Sorry. And gives you the comparisons. And I guess if you're okay with it, we can break that down just after stream.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Well, I'm glad that you came to that decision. Whatever it is, it seems wise, and I hope to see you again, just in case you don't choose anything.
I'm sure I will see you again. What was the name of this shop, Dan? Do we have a name?
Boo! Oh, I don't know.
Or the business, I mean?
Burnside Servants.
Great. Mm-hmm. And your name, sir?
My name is Jacqueline.
Oh. Okay. Thank you, Jacqueline. Okay. I will be back. Thank you. And I will leave awkwardly.
Okay. Awesome. Let's see. All right. So it sounds like ultimately everyone's going to make their way back. Rain, what are you doing after you're done praying? Hey, where'd this drink go?
I think it's not
Rain?
alcoholic.
Yeah, it's not alcohol. I think Rain would pray for a couple of hours.
Okay.
Well, like an hour or so. And then she would have walked and she would probably try to find Caelynn.
Okay.
If she didn't find Caelynn, she's gonna walk to the keep.
All right. You probably wouldn't find her until you get back to the keep, I imagine. It's a pretty big area. We'll say everyone's back, and Rain, you arrive towards the endish, and Caelynn, you probably will arrive shortly before she does, half an hour before she gets there. So everyone's back at the keep.
I will find Erwin. Of course, I would probably go down and take a look at the the runes as well. Being fascinated by them, and help her out with sketching, recording, interpreting.
Okay. You begin the sketching process. You find that it's difficult, even when you're doing the trying to have paper sand and sort of etch over it to copy it. The these things are so minute. They're larger runes that are actually comprised of smaller runes that tie in, and they intersect at exact very certain points. So it's work on a very small bit at a time to make sure you capture all the detail.
Erin isn't doing the rubbing. She is sitting this far away from the wall and copying it.
Nice. Yeah,
because I figure she's just she can. She just writes the runes. Just lets it flow.
Nice.
Let it flow.
Nice.
Just out of curiosity. Okay.
Sorry, I was just gonna ask, are these the runes that are the time traveling runes?
Yes, they are.
Brian knows that, but Crane does it.
I was going to ask, out of curiosity, I have a jeweler's kit. Would a jeweler's loop be in there?
Yeah.
So I'll use the jeweler's loop to look at the ruins, try to get a closer look.
And when you're not looking through it, Erin is looking through it.
Right.
Nice, yeah. That's awesome. Point of view of the runes, Awesome.
So, and then she's gonna each one, she's gonna enlarge. So one rune will take up a sheet of paper, and then so you can read the runes within the rune.
Oh, okay.
So she's gonna go through a lot of paper.
Nice.
I need some paper and ink.
Very well.
And would I be able to backtrack to? I mean, I'm guessing visiting the shop and asking that didn't take up most of the day.
No.
Could I backtrack to right after I leave there, really quick?
Absolutely. Yeah, go for it.
Could I wanted to go up to the building where the High Council was.
Okay.
And see if I can find. Oh, wait a minute. Was this guy it? No. I want to try and find the guy that worked there that was looking for passage out.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Jeremiah Cuthbert? Yes.
Right, okay, yep. Gertbart,
yeah,
Jeremiah Gertbart, yep.
Gertbart, okay, yeah, he was, at the High Council. I just want to kind of hang around there, in the common area or right outside to see if I can see him.
Make a perception check as you're sort of scanning through the crowd. And he's not being stealthy or anything. So.
That is 18 total.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you see him walking by, hands clasped behind his back as he's trying to hold his head high, walking through.
Okay. I will... Okay, so I'll just kind of walk up to him.
Okay.
Does he look busy, or is he just kind of...
Just
okay.
walking.
Jeremiah, correct?
Yes. Pleasure to see you again.
Yes. How was your day?
As well as a day can be, yeah.
I just had a question. I'm looking for, and you might not know the answer to this, but I was looking for some servants to keep my household while I'm away adventuring. And when I was asking about servants, they gave me the option of having indentured those looking for passage like yourself.
Yes, of course.
Do you know those seeking passage or in such positions? Do you know anyone? Do you know if they have? Do they have it hard in most households here in the city?
It all depends on the master. Yes. Not all, but some, certainly. Most will look down on us, foreigners and the like, as they see us, anyway. But only some treat us inhumanely.
Sure. Okay, I just wanted to check. I do intend to talk to the council about this indentured servitude that they put people that happen upon the city in. I don't agree with it. Maybe, hopefully, we can change something.
It is certainly not a perfect system, but please do take care. For some of us, it is the only system in place to get us off of this island. But it would be nice to...
They could just let you off.
Well, we would have no funds to travel. It's expensive to travel anywhere from Bolnadir.
Gotcha.
Something to consider, but yes, there is much injustice in the system. Certainly no oversight to protect us.
Are you happy in your position?
I'd be happier back with my family. The rates are very low, and whenever there's a conflict, we are always wrong before being proven so or otherwise.
Got it. Well, thank you for your information.
Of course. Anytime.
And I will, I'll just go.
I give a nod and head back off.
And then I'll head back to the keep. Yeah.
Okay. All right. To get back to the keep, other folks return. Now, Mort, you find yourself as you arrive with Galathor, get some groceries put away and such, and carry on about whatever business you're going to do there. You find yourself thinking about the night before, what happened to you specifically, while everyone was sort of wrapped up in the conversation with this colossal being and such. And this is sort of me retconning something that happened that I totally forgot to bring up. And I thought, let me do it now instead of the end of the session, so you have time to react based on how you proceed with this. You remember the evening well, as if it was yesterday. And okay, so everyone was captivated. There was so much going on. This colossal being, Caelynn and Brewer, and this information being revealed, and then the spirit of Caelynn's dad and all that went on with that. In the middle of all that, you heard a whisper. You. Make a perception check if you want. What would you like to do, rather, if you hear a whisper?
Oh, yeah. This is down in the Storm Forge, right?
Yes.
The forge.
Yep.
Who is hearing this?
Mort.
Just more? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Perception. Hold on. Let me get the right page up.
So, did we backtrack?
Yeah, I'm just backtracking for Mort. It's something that I missed because I got so sucked into everything that's going on.
Really? Duh. 14 plus 1, 15. So
okay.
Yeah.
You look around, and while the voice sounds directional, the only thing you see in that direction is a little bit of scattered rubble. Could be something behind it, underneath it. You. I need your help.
Can I? Do I recognize the voice?
No.
Okay. Is anyone next to?
Oh, sorry.
Is anyone next to me?
Nope. Just some rubble scattered along the steps here of this area around the forge. The voice sounds really tiny, female, or feminine at least. It sounds kind of frail and weak.
All right, I'll investigate. I'm game.
All right. I'm not going to make you roll for this because it's rubble and it's easily moved. It's smaller rubble. You see down there a chipped and worn. It's almost like a dagger, very short, stout dagger. It's like a ninja's kunai almost, if you're familiar with that.
Okay.
And the voice feels like it's coming from this chipped, worn weapon. Please, they say.
Oh boy. Do I sense arcane energy from it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, hell, it's a talking dagger. Yeah. I will. I'm pretty sure I had a spell slot available, so I will quick cast Identify on it.
Ooh, okay.
Going on.
Nice. All right. You detect this as while there's no other weapon like this. This is a unique item, but it is an old damaged kunai, which is strange because typically magical weapons are resilient to damage like this. And you can sense a presence that is trapped in it. Not willingly, but trapped. I need your help. No one's been here for so long, and I sensed your magical prowess, but you're my only hope. I can only reach out like this once. If you don't help me, I'll die. That'll be it. Please.
All right. Is Galathor nearby?
I don't know. Do you feel like you would have been nearby, Galathor?
I mean, probably. We were back from shopping. Probably chatting.
As you're looking around, the voice, no, please, my entire existence rests on this weapon remaining intact. It's near breaking. Just you for now, please.
What are you asking me to do?
For now, please, take me from this place. I'm trapped in here. My name is Caelynn, the Snow Clover. You just call me Callie. It's fine. I'm a pixie. I was trapped in here a very long time ago during these experiments at the forge here, and I've been left stuck in here forever. What feels like forever. I can't return to the Feywild, and my life force and the magical force that's holding my life together is waning.
Okay, I will. So you need to be removed from here for you to.
I do, and I can be helpful too. I really don't like doing. I'm not going to do any bad things. I'm not up for doing bad things for you, but I can offer you some insights and maybe some magical insights and some spells. Just I'm not if it's going to hurt anybody though. Let's not risk my life.
Okay. I'm going to pull down the sleeve of my robe so I do not directly contact the dagger and slide it in the backpack. And I will. This is all back when she was having her conversation with her father and stuff like that. So I'll slip it for now into my backpack.
Okay.
And I will, as part of the bring it all the way out of the forge and back to. It's in my backpack now, back at the estate.
Excellent. All right. Thank you. I know you don't know me or my situation, but I'm trusting you literally with my life. So please don't take that for granted, please.
I'll help you if I can, but you have to understand this has been a very odd place and very odd things are going on, so trust is not easily earned.
I understand. If nothing else, I just ask that until I can feel comfortable with it and you feel comfortable with me, I'm worried. I don't want anyone else to know about me. It's easy to destroy this weapon right now, and I'm worried. Easily someone could kill me. If they're worried, if they're also untrusting, for right now, I just need you, please.
Insight check on a pixie?
Go for it. Probably be a little bit difficult given that you don't have any of the body language to go by, but you can go by the voice and
You mean the dagger doesn't have body language?
Nice.
Oh, that turned out well. 4 + 5.
Okay. I mean, you can hear a genuine fright in her voice. Other than that, it's really difficult to tell one way or the other. You have the feeling of genuine.
I can't make any promises. I will take you out of here.
Thank you.
But
Thank you.
As I said, trust is earned, and people in my group have earned my trust, and to keep something from them, and they are all trustworthy for you. So we're going to present this to everyone as a group. I assure you, none of us are intent on destroying you or altering you in any way. We're probably, if you're sincere and this is true cause, we will do what we can to help you.
You hear a deep, concerned sigh. I'm at your will. Just please consider at least giving me a short amount of time to understand these people through you. But I'm at your mercy.
Okay. And I will put her I'll refer to her as her, I guess.
Okay.
I will put it in the backpack.
Okay. So next day comes around. I'm going to say that probably on maybe now as you're back at the keep and all these people around, she's going to be extra nervous. And she's going to speak to you again. Might I ask your name? I heard them call you Mort?
Yes, it's Mortimer Fletcher.
When does this happen? Is it when he's studying the runes with me?
Probably after he finished the groceries, but just before he came down there. She's trying to get him, when he's not around anyone, she's extra nervous about everybody being around, especially other arcane folks. If you're willing, I realize it's willing. It's greedy of me. It's not to ask you to keep me a secret without offering anything in turn. So I have things that I can help you with, and it really means a lot to me. I've waited I can't explain. I can't even explain how long I've waited there, and my life hangs by a thread right now, and I have I can share some things, maybe some arcane knowledge. I have a spell that if you don't know, you might be able to learn if you're just willing to give me a few days.
We'll see how it goes. As I said, trust needs to be earned, and I've done you a favor. Now you need to, trust me in my judgment of my group.
She has another sort of protracted sigh and silence.
What is your concern with others? No, you trusted me. No, you didn't know me from anyone before.
You were the first people to arrive. It's and my life force is ready to slip away. You seemed very, very educated in the arcane, very powerful in the ways of the arcane, and I thought you would be my very best hope of getting me out of here. But even in a moment, if one reacts, it was such a risk. Even speaking to you, if someone reacts and says, "No, we can't do this," and someone just grabs this dagger and throws it, it can break. If this breaks, I'm gone. I'm gone forever, never to return to the Fae or my home, and it will just no longer exist. I appreciate that you trust them. I'm just... How well can we judge reactions? In a split... In a knee-jerk reaction, that could be it for me. It could be my life.
Okay. All right. And this is in between the time. All right, so I will keep her in the backpack, and I won't say anything more. For now, I'll leave it at where it stands.
Okay. All right. So the rest of the day continues on then. For everybody else, I imagine everyone's sort of focused on doing things. So lunch will probably be skipped, but by dinner time, if Aaron was the one that's been preparing food, Em would probably come down like. So it's about dinner time, and I can make something if you're busy.
What?
It's dinner time, and
Oops! I should be cooking.
I mean, I can help if you want. I'm not very.
Yes.
Oh.
Fine. Okay. Yeah.
Like during the day,
Mhm.
Rain would have find Erwin.
Mhm.
Forgot to mention this, but sometime part of the day, Rain would have just find Erwin, make her, she would have walked all the perimeter of the keep, and then she would make her way downstairs to find I guess, Erwin?
Erwin and Mort at the end.
We're down by the arcane. So if you'll find us down by the down in the basement of the estate.
Okay. And then once
If I see Rain, knowing her nature, now that I have this new dilemma, I'll say to Erwin, stay here for a second, and Rain, stay here for a second. I will be right back, and I am going to make my way back to the back office.
Okay.
And there was a safe in there, was there not?
Yeah, I believe so. Right. Yes.
Is the door still functional on the safe?
Mhm.
Not that I want to lock it, I just want to close it.
Mm-hmm. It is.
All right, I will take my backpack, put it in the safe, and close the door.
Well, what are you doing?
I'll be right back.
Please consider.
You were there for hundreds of years. You'll be there for another 10 minutes.
I know. I don't.
Relax. Breathe deep. It'll be okay.
Just please consider my offer. I'm willing. I can teach you the mislead spell if you're willing to.
We have things to resolve. We're not there yet.
All right, I'll wait here and listen.
I will close the door.
Okay.
Hopefully it's enough. And I will come back to Erwin and Rain and say, okay, we got a thing. While Caelynn was talking to her father, a voice cried out from the rubble, and I found a dagger, a talking dagger, that claims to have a pixie trapped inside. She's trying real hard for me to interact with her, but I am seen enough to know that this is going to be a sticky wicket. Especially since she is insisting that I don't tell anyone.
Yeah, that's definitely not suspicious at all.
And I guess, do I have enough, I've seen enough of Rain to know that she's a cleric by now? Yeah,
the prayer of healing.
She's cast, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Asking do you have detect the good and evil by any chance?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You've seen Galithor cast that too, haven't you?
Yes.
Galithor, and then has anybody seen Emil do any cleric stuff?
That's a good question. I'm trying to remember if he's done any of his cleric stuff. I think he has.
I healed last fight.
Okay.
And he's done Sanctuary on Rain and healed Rain.
Okay, so we have three people. Then I could do
Maybe
that.
we should get everybody.
Yeah. Why don't we talk this over dinner? Because I gotta go. Em and I are gonna go cook stuff. So
let's bring it up at dinner. It's right now. It's in my backpack in the safe in the back office.
Oh, that's where you went. Okay.
Yeah, I figured. Hopefully, I don't know the true nature of this thing, but
it could be a pixie stuck in a dagger for all we know. I mean, but it could be something more because these people were taking souls and putting them in
enchanted items and stuff, and it's Warforged. So
Yeah.
That's my concern. So maybe let's bring it up over dinner and get the whole group down here. See what we can do.
We're gonna go upstairs and I'm gonna start cooking.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go upstairs as well. It's going to stay in the safe.
Okay.
Are any of Erwin's runes going?
This is the next day? No. Actually, she'd have one glowing. She'd have her forehead rune glowing.
Okay. Rain is just gonna follow. Turn around in front of Erwin, and she's just gonna walk backwards, just looking at her rune.
Pretty cool, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot more. I don't know if you saw that yesterday. I got a lot more.
Whoa.
Here, do you mind? And I offered to help pick her up. If you want to look closer at it, I can pick you up. That's fine. If you don't want to, that's fine.
If she offers, I accept.
Okay, so I'll pick her up, and it's like, okay, you can look at my face closer. Yeah, I got a little brother about your age, Rain.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Well, he's probably a few years older. Maybe. He was about your age when I left. Which was a year and a half ago? I think? Something like that, maybe. I got a little brother about your age.
walk upstairs and I'll start.
All right.
Dinner gets started. So
Roll for cooking.
Nice. Oh yeah, go for it.
It is not a good dinner. I don't know what you want me to add to it.
If it's something you're familiar with, I'd say dexterity to manage that. If it's a new meal, then I would say maybe like intelligence to see like if you can put it together.
Well, she would have made something familiar, but these are not quite 100% the stuff that she used to, because that's a 5.
Okay.
Oh no.
It's a meal.
Galuther, did you get any salt by chance?
That'd be a negative.
Oh. Sorry, guys. Gonna taste a bit odd today. I'll do better tomorrow. Sorry.
Awesome.
Vanished.
There's a knock on the front door.
Rain is gonna go answer.
Okay. Door. You pull open the heavy doors that were previously knocked in by Caelynn and I think M. Greetings. I'm here to see Caelynn Stormforge.
I motion him to follow me, and I'll try to find
Thank you.
Caelynn.
You walk him through the house a little bit. He's just sort of, walking by the kitchen, like, he takes a sniff and goes by.
And you hear Erwin going, "Oh no, dang it, dang it!
Nice.
No, this was supposed to go there. Dang it!"
Awesome. Em's trying to. She's tidying up a room and doing some druidy craft stuff to make things better in better shape. Emil is and Brewer are still sort of going through tidying up different rooms. Galithor, what are you? I'm sorry, Galithor. What are you doing this afternoon or evening in the keep? Estate.
Currently, probably just like absentmindedly eating food.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's not bad.
Oh.
It's definitely not up to Felix's standards.
Felix is an overachiever. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, his food's really good.
Awesome.
Is this really a potato? How can they call this a potato?
Nice. It's all like orangey and like misshapen. It looks more like a sphere than finally approaching Caelynn as he goes past and sees kind of most of the people in the house. Caelynn Stormforge, yes? I have a letter for you.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Consider it delivered. And he puts it, holds out a lamp with a wax seal on the back, addressed just to you by name. Had a lot of trouble with this one apparently going through the system.
I will give him 2 silver.
Thank you kindly. He tucks it away and just turns to head off.
Rain would have just escorted him back through.
Oh, okay. He'd probably ask, do you, this circulated the mail for quite a while. Do you wish to have this be known as one of your permanent addresses?
Asking Caelynn that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yeah.
Thank you. And then
Thank you.
It's escorted out by Rain. The seal on the back is a lion's head. Very akin to the symbols you saw back in Blackrock Landing, I believe.
Okay. Cool. All right. I will open it.
Okay. To summarize, because this is an overly lengthy novel of a letter, but you had at one point, I believe, sent a letter to ask about Ren, and
yes.
So on and so forth. So this is that head council that you got to know a little bit as you were all there, saving the city. And the letter informs you that Ren has left the city. It was all just too much for him. After he healed, he ended up keeping to himself, often just staying in his room for days or weeks on end. Only very rarely would he leave to attend church services, and they'd be different church services, as though he was seeking, some answers. And they say so. At least he was finding some solace there. Let's see. He then, at one day, seemed renewed, and he thanked the leaders for all they did for him, and said that he found his calling, and that he felt it was elsewhere, and that he needed to pursue it. That he just couldn't stay here any longer, where everything had happened, and he had a new calling. And so we left. And that's effectively all that it says, in summary.
Okay. All right. Caelynn will put that in her bag. And yeah.
Okay. All right.
Dan, I just want to make sure that I'm having in my mind that Caelynn was probably checking the beds and stuff in the keep.
Okay.
And seeing was there anything still left, any bedding still left on the beds that could be washed that was in good condition, or no?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Emil said he was placing that stuff and doing that while he was cleaning.
Emil was trying to find the best linens possible and laying them out.
There's
Whether or
some
not
in
they were
trunks.
good.
Right? There were some in trunks that are functional. They'll cover you for the most part.
Okay. Okay. All right.
All right. Dinner is served. Brewer will join, I think, this meal. His demeanor has changed a little bit. The robotic sound to his voice has started to ebb a little bit. And he seems to be very much in his own mind. And thinking. But he sits down at dinner.
Caelynn will, once she sees him, Finhold, how are you?
I do not know. There is a strong conflict between the several 100-year-old me and all that I've experienced, and the boy that made that deal. But I am thankful and relieved to have answers. I do very much wish to know what happened to my mother. I may venture to the city, but we'll probably need your help.
Absolutely. You have it.
Eat some bread.
Dan, does Rain see the halfling under the blanket yet?
No, not yet. So food is...
Wait, there's a halfling.
It's like a halfling-sized person. It's like a kid-sized humanoid, or a halfling, or thin
It's a
dwarf. Ghost, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it has a white sheet draped over it, so you can just see the impression of the face and stuff. And it usually just sits there and watches. Food is, but filling.
Edible?
Yes, edible. Yeah. It's sort of like no, I have
like a 7th grader's first home egg.
Yeah, here's potatoes, carrots, peas, and you do no seasoning. Not that that's how Aaron did it, but the equivalent of you can eat it, and it's nutritious. And Mort, you sit down and join everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. are we okay, that was just a delivery person who wrote the letter. Okay.
Yes.
So we're all at dinner.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
does Emil
Rain-
join?
Yeah, Emil joins.
Okay.
all right, so I will
Rain probably wouldn't be down there just yet.
Okay.
Rain is going to find like an empty room, and then
Okay.
she's going to build like a shrine to the Raven Queen, so she doesn't have to go into town every like.
Okay. You put together a makeshift for starters. Start putting stuff together for her. Okay.
And then she will join everybody.
All right. So before Rain join, I'm currently more at the beginning of dinner here. She's not here, so it's up to you if you want to wait.
I will wait for Rain to join us.
Eventually, she comes down and joins mid-meal. Everyone's there.
All right, I will.
When I first see Emil, I'll just give him a hug.
Okay.
If he wants it or not.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, Mort. Go ahead.
All right, I'll probably be kind and wait for everyone to finish eating, and then say, all right, downstairs before dinner, I had a discussion with Erwin and Rain. While that whole thing was going down with Caelynn and the father and the forge, I heard a voice call out from the rubble. I went to investigate and found a dagger that was talking and asking for help. So I wasn't quite sure what to do, but it just so I grabbed it as carefully as I could and put it in my backpack, and brought it back with us. It says it's a pixie from the Fae, and it's trapped inside a dagger, and it wanted my help specifically, and it didn't. The thing that makes me hesitate and address it with everyone is that it didn't want me to tell anyone else, so that raised a lot of questions in my mind and concerns. While I was downstairs with Erwin, I took the opportunity to put it in the safe in the back office. It's still quite nervous. I don't know if it's just scared, nervous, afraid it's going to die, but I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me in some ways. It's been there for quite some time, so, waiting another hour or two while we have dinner shouldn't affect it any, but it seemed quite nervous about it. So this raises my concerns, and I wanted to bring it out in front of everyone because I trust everyone, and I don't want to hide anything from anyone here. So I'm going to be forthright with you. So I just want to put this out in front of everyone for ideas how to proceed. I could just leave it in the safe. Never go back to
into the house.
Yeah, it was quite adamant, and it said it needed to get out of the forge area.
He did suggest a detect good or evil spell. She'll kind of glance between the three holy people. Can I call you the group of Swiss cheese because you're the three holy people?
Nice.
You can if you want, but we won't answer.
Oh, come on. It's funny.
It's not good to answer.
I mean, if it's something truly in need, I'm sorry, I might have made a mistake, but it was something if truly in need. I didn't want to abandon it there. So maybe
we need to understand the lore here. Caelynn, you're well read. I know a lot about daggers, but this is a little outside of what I've heard of. Anybody hear of anything like this before?
Dan, should I roll?
Yeah, I will make you roll for this. I mean, being that you have a sage background, does anyone else have a sage background in the group currently? Mort? Okay.
Look at you, Mort.
Nice.
18 intelligence.
I have a parsley background. Does that count?
Awesome.
Womp, 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 womp.
Oh, I love that. So you're familiar with rarely, well, typically rarely. Of course, the Forge kind of throws that out the window, but there are things that can be trapped in items. Sometimes it's if an individual poured all their heart and soul into something, and died under circumstances with such an item, they can transfer into it. There are magical items that exist, like I think the Ring of Mind Shielding. If you die while wearing it, it pulls you into the ring. So there are circumstances where this happens, and there have been people certainly that there are evils to it as well, where someone has such a grudge or something that when they die they remain and go into a weapon or item that has importance to them and their grudge. But there are other cases of people being sealed in things against their will. There's a magic mirror that does that. You all are probably a little familiar with that. There's a whole spectrum, but yeah, it happens.
I mean, I have read that souls can get trapped into objects, but it doesn't explain why she chose you specifically. That worries me. I mean, not that you're not someone to choose. I understand. Know that since we're traveling with you and she's seen us because she's been with you for the past 20, few hours, past day, then she should know that she can trust us as well.
And that's what I said to her. She just, I don't know.
She'll have to talk to us if she wants our help.
Okay, I mean.
And yeah.
If you want, I will gladly pick up the backpack, take it back, and put it back in the forge.
I don't mind helping her, but I just think that we need to handle this with caution.
That's why, yeah, I think you're right. And that's why I decided to bring this up in front of everyone.
Another lore question, because I was a little bit uncomfortable when we were in the Feywild. Are let's say the story's completely on the level. Are pixies always guaranteed to be trustworthy? Maybe the story is completely valid, but the pixie was trapped for good reasons?
Are any kind of people really trustworthy all the way around?
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but pixies aren't from this plane. I'm a little... Maybe it's just because we just went to the City of Brass, but I'm not always super trusting of the motives of beings from different plane.
Does Mort have the bag with him?
No, it's down in the safe, down in the office. So I figured, here's my thoughts, Mort. Let's all of us, if we're going to do this, we should do it together, and all of us go downstairs. It's a big open area. I'll get the backpack. We'll bring out the knife. I don't know how it's going to react to seeing everyone. But would my arcane knowledge include how detect good and evil works? If one of the clerics casts detect good and evil while it's still in the safe, will they be able to read through the safe?
It just depends.
It's blocked by certain materials.
The spell can penetrate most barriers, but it is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, and a thin strip of lead.
Through the safe, yeah.
All right, so we'll have to do everything out in the open.
I feel like Rain would have reinforced that message to Mort.
I don't know, Mort. I'm not used to doing things out in the open.
I understand. I'm sure you could find a good place to conceal yourself downstairs.
Emil's trying really hard to smile naturally. You can tell he's a little uncomfortable, but he nods.
All right, shall we?
Let's go.
The awkward silence.
Nice.
All right, so let's reconvene down in the speakeasy.
Okay. You head there.
And I'm envisioning that big square area that was in the middle of the downstairs.
Let's see. There was the safe is that giant.
It's in the
bin.
back office.
Yeah, behind the gate in the back. Mm-hmm.
So I would have everyone wait in the open area. That's around the side from the salt. And I would go back, get the backpack, bring it around to the open area, put it in the middle.
No, Mort, please. You told them, didn't you? Why are they all here?
These are the best people I know. They are full of knowledge, full of arcane abilities, and the most trustworthy people I've ever met in my life.
But
If you're going to be helped, you're going to be helped by all of us.
I don't.
It's either that or I take you back to the forge.
I don't know if I can trust you.
Well, what are your those are your choices. It's up to you to decide.
Well, more
Her
is
talking to him, or is it all mental?
As I'm trying to, I don't know where this conversation is taking place.
So mentally for you, Mort, but you're welcome to say it out loud if you want in reply.
Oh yeah, I'm saying it out loud as I'm bringing the backpack.
So you'd all hear his end of the replies anyway.
as Mort is bringing the bag out, Ray's gonna Ray. Oh my goodness, I'm thinking of my first D&D character. Rain is going to cast Detect Good and Evil.
Okay.
On the bag.
Simultaneously, Galathor is going to be casting Shield of Faith on himself.
Oh, interesting. Okay, neat.
Very nice.
That brings his AC up to 22.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's handy.
Sure, put the Shield of Faith on a not squishy target.
Tank.
Wrecking ball line.
Ooh, excuse me. All right, let's see. Detect good and evil. You know if there is an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as where the creature is located. Similarly, you know if there is a place or object within 30 feet of you that has been magically consecrated or desecrated. The spell can turn around. Okay, so you cast the spell and you're able to detect that there is a fey presence about the dagger.
Is it good? Evil?
The spell doesn't actually detect alignments. It just detects
well, that's
those
poorly
items.
written.
Well, I mean, you can assume a celestial is good and a demon is evil.
Mm-hmm.
And a fae is a fae. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I will put the bag in the middle, and can I? Well, I guess it constitutes an action. I was going to say I wanted to prepare a certain spell, or at least have my spell book open to a certain page.
You can prepare a spell. Yep.
I will have it open to banishment.
Oh, okay. Nice.
She so much as raises her eyebrow at crooked. She's gone.
Daggers don't have eyebrows.
It will when I said it. Anything happens to pop out of it.
Right.
All right, now we'll take the dagger.
Wait. Are you trying to remove it right now, or?
Well,
to it.
Is that even possible? Can you?
No. I mean, it's in the bag.
Right. Okay.
I'm just going to pull it out of the bag and ask what help it needs.
Oh, okay. I see.
So that's basically what I do. I pull it out of the bag and ask, what help do you need?
There's a very long pause of silence.
And Dan, I'm readying
Guns drawn.
Globe of invulnerability. So I'm going to stand back so that I cast it on myself, and then it has a 10-foot radius. So I'm going to stand back so that Mort is on the very edge of it.
Okay.
But he'll still be in it, but the bag will not.
Okay. Neat.
Caelynn's not reading anything.
Okay.
She narrows her eyes. That's all she does.
She's like this with that one hand on the hammer.
Nope. Just standing there, arms crossed.
All right.
Nice. Brewer's probably with you too, mimicking the arm crossing, standing sort of behind Caelynn's shoulder.
How high is the ceiling in this room?
Probably about 9 feet tall, 10 feet tall.
I think I'll go. I'll go up to the corner, at the top corner of the room.
Like a Spider-Man it up in the... That's so awesome.
Yep.
Perfect. You head up there. After a very long pause, shaken, she says to Mort, I don't want to die. I need to be free of this thing. This is...
So, how do we free you?
I'm not sure what to try. I was hoping you might, being so powerful with magic, have something in mind. Maybe a remove curse, or something that cast it at the highest level you can, perhaps. I don't know.
I'll look around the room. Do they hear her speak?
Just
Or
you.
is it just
She's definitely only talking to you. She's very scared.
okay? She's very okay. I'll basically relay that. She's very scared. She's looking for, I guess, a remove curse. If anyone has any knowledge or foresight of that.
I have detect good and evil, Zen of truth, and remove curse. However, being the helpful person that I am, none of them are prepared for today.
Yeah.
You can cast it tomorrow.
I will begin to sing one day more to the knife.
I got up to more and I was like, can I try something?
Lord, keep me safe.
What do you have in mind, Rain?
I have a spell called Dispel Evil and Good. I can try that if it helps.
You straight up dispel magic?
So I'm going to ask the pixie, I guess, address the pixie in the knife. How are you put in the knife? That will help us determine the best course of action.
I don't really recall. I was not conscious for most of it. The experiments were not proficient at what they were trying to do. It was not a fast procedure. Many attempts were made on whatever they were doing before I found myself stuck in here. I fear that dispel magic will dispel the last link I have to this or any realm. That sounds too final.
Where are you from originally? Just
The Feywild.
okay. Do you have a name? Oh, you gave me your name, I think.
Yes.
Oh, but I think it was like unpronounceable.
It's Caelynn, but you can call me Callie. It's Caelynn Snow Clover. CALIPHENOM. Then Snow Clover.
All right, Caelynn. Here's the deal. One of us does have remove curse, but we just don't have it today. If you can hold on for one more day, we will rejoin this and attempt to remove the curse and see if that helps you.
I don't have a choice, Mort, but don't put me back in the safe. I don't want... Please.
Well, I can't. I don't.
What's up, Mort?
I'm just.
What are you thinking?
Well, I'm just.
insight Mort to make sure he's still Mort.
Nice, go for it. Ooh, nice.
Oop.
Are you still Mort?
I believe I'm still Mort.
Okay, yeah.
I believe in my heart I'm still Mort.
Yeah.
I'll speak to the group. What I'm afraid of is, she's been here in this life for a long time, so I don't think she's getting out on her own, or she would have gotten out already.
And what is she asking you to do?
She wants us to, I think, cast some magic on her to help her get out of the dagger. We're thinking that remove curse might be the best course of action.
Right.
She doesn't think dispel magic will help.
I'm assuming that I've gotten that much from conversation outside of character. But I mean, what did she say to you in the past couple of minutes? What did she just say to you?
Basically, don't put me back in the safe.
Yeah, she just doesn't want to be put back in the safe.
What are you considering?
Why
well,
not?
I was I you know what? It's my bailiwick. Let's go. If we want to go, when we go to sleep for the night, I will stay down here. I will cast Lamon's hut. I will be in the hut, but the backpack will be outside.
Okay.
It doesn't make a difference if it's inside the hut, and somehow magically it figures out how to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Can it leave the hut without my permission?
Excellent question. Let's see. Creatures so fails. All creatures are barred from passing through it. Yeah. No.
So it cannot leave without, or I could just. Well, I have to stay in the hut if I cast.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I propose.
Okay. Thank you, Mort. Thank you. Maybe I can trust you. I guess tonight will tell.
And Mort will not sleep tonight.
Okay.
What's with everybody not getting sleep?
You think I'm falling asleep with a cursed dagger in my hut with me?
Nice. All right. It always looks like night down here out in the keep because it doesn't have the city system of lights on it or flames on and off yet.
Rain is going to find a candle and light it.
Nice. You can go around, light some candles. The soft, dim light of the candles flickers throughout a number of rooms as people set up some beds with some rough, tattered blankets, and others unfurl their bedrolls on old beds and settle in for the night. Mort, meanwhile, casts his spell methodically as he's setting up his Lehman's tiny hut. Backpack placed just outside so he can keep an eye on it. And
So how far? I mean, I think that Caelynn is actually, once everyone else is starting to settle in for the evening, she's going to step outside and she's going to take her broom and ride back to the forge.
Ooh, juicy. Okay.
And she's just going to sleep. She's going to go to where the main forge area is and just kind of probably unrestfully so, but just kind of rest there for the night.
Okay, neat. That's beautiful. You settle in. That soft blue hue just magically illuminates this area. The roar of this magnificent flame of the sun here that fuels the forge continues to burn there, and light dance off of that. Amidst the rubble, you notice with the time there, some old pieces of weaponry, some old sections and pieces of what might have been warforged, joints here and there, some scrap basically that was abandoned whenever this place was abandoned and sealed off. But you're able to get that sort of fitful, but a good night, a night's rest anyway.
Okay.
Okay. Night falls as everyone heads to their beds. Caelynn nestles in down there. M's gonna sleep just outside, probably up on the roof, maybe, with Uni just down below. Again, Mort's setting up his Liam's tiny hut, lining up the bag to watch it. Everyone heads to bed, and that's where we'll end tonight's session. Yeah, nice peaceful rest.
Peaceful, he says. Rest, he says.
3 minutes later, yeah. No. Nice. All right. So thank you as always, players. Awesome session tonight, as per usual.
I didn't get to use my DM inspiration die.
Oh, bummer. Oh. But had some juicy moments. I like how Rain is.
One.
Oh, well, it's a good thing then. Yeah. Nice.
There we go. I'll uncheck it.
And
You were saying sorry.
No, you're fine. Just thanks, players. Thank you, viewers. Great to have you here and being awesome and see you all chatting and having fun and being hilarious. For anyone new, if you want to check out any older episodes, we put them all up on YouTube, which is linked there. Consider subscribing if you want to, but no worries if not. Otherwise, you can catch us here on Stormfall every Friday night from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. I look forward to next week when maybe we'll find out like what happened to Brewer's mom. What's going on with the pixie, and whether or not she can be removed or if she dies in the process since her life is hanging on by a thread. All sorts of things.
Or she's actually, an evil demon sent to kill us all.
Yes. Awesome. And you can catch our All Evil campaign, Cures Lament, every Tuesday night from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. And I think pretty soon I'll be able to announce something else. That's coming down the pipe. Yes.
The untimely death of all our characters.
Awesome.
Not me, I have plot armor.
I wonder who had the weakest AC right now.
Oh.
Mine's a 14.
12.
I think
It's one of us glass cannons, always.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or maybe 13.
What's
What
yours,
is-
Rain? It's like
I don't know.
12.
That's a take a look thing. All right. Well, thank you all so much, and I can't wait to catch you all again soon. Have a wonderful night. Bye. See y'all soon.
Bye.